y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the winter seasonal indie box that's releasing for pre-sale starting on noon on January 7th and it'll run all the way through January 14th. This box will be pretty limited. There are only 65, so if you're interested in any of these polishes, don't miss out and definitely head over to the Turtle Tootsies Polishes website. I will link all that down below as well as the social media for all of the makers. This box was sent to me for review and I'll go ahead and jump right in. So first up is Celestial River, and this is coming from Colores de Carol. This polish is described as a platinum silver linear holographic with unicorn shimmer that shifts from pink to purple, micro hollow glitter, and ultra chrome flaky. So very glitzy, very silver in tone though, with kind of rainbows peeking through. So I'll go ahead and show you how Celestial River swatched on my natural nail. I would say that this is more of a micro glitter polish and almost a clear base, but it is so beautifully dense. It's not too thick or too thin. It's just going to go exactly where you put it, but it makes for really easy application. So here's a quick look at that second coat. 2 coats, it does for sure bring Celestial River completely opaque with no issues at all. I do recommend going in with 1 coat of your favorite glossy top coat to help even out the surface. And this is my final swatch photo at an angle under artificial lighting. So next up is a Northern Sky, and this is coming from Anchor and Heart Lacquer. This polish is described as a pale silvery purple with slight metallic finish that features a red to purple glow, multicolored micro iridescent glitters, holographic micropigment, and several different types of shifting multichroma flakies. So I love that that's a theme throughout this box, is those beautiful flakies on kind of icier bases. So here's a quick look at that first easy coat of a Northern Sky. I would say that this one applies like a acrylic. It is a little bit on the thicker side, but it is a little bit more sheer to kind of let those metallic shimmers build up on themselves. So 1 coat is fairly sheer. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it builds up with a second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. I think this is going to be one that depends on your application method. If you prefer to go in thicker, you may be able to get this one completely opaque in 2. I am going to go ahead and let this dry and then show you how it built up for me with that third and last coat. So I did have a little bit of a minimal brush stroking, so you just want to be nice and mindful and make long strokes. And I find that finishing out on the center of the nail is really helpful. So this is my final swatch photo at an angle underneath that artificial lighting. So next up is Orion's Sword, and this is coming from Supermoon Lacquer. This is my first polish from her and I was really impressed. So this one is described as a dark blue base with turquoise to purple and blue to copper color changing shimmer that makes it shift from blue to purple to green with blue and silver sparks, silver holographic micro glitter, and silver holographic micro flakies. So this is a bit of a deeper color, especially when looking at the other shades in the box, but still very icy and shifty and winter-like. So this first coat goes on amazing. Really nice coverage. It's not completely opaque though, so I am going to go ahead and let that dry and show you how it built up for me with that second coat. So this coat does for sure easily bring this polish completely opaque. I had no issues at all. I am wearing a base coat here, so I didn't have any staining problems or anything like that, but it is a very deep pigmented blue, so you may want to keep that in mind. So this is my final swatch photo at an angle underneath that artificial lighting. So rounding out the box today, I have Stellar, and this is coming from Turtle Tootsie Polishes. This polish is described as a creamy purple with gold and silver shimmer, gold flakies, electric blue flakies, and rainbow fantasy flakies. So again, this is a bit of a Crelly formula, really pretty, especially if you love purples. So I'll go ahead and show you how Stellar swatched on my natural nail. So again, this is more on the Crelly side in terms of formula. It's not too thick or too thin, but I do recommend for going in for nice thin coats just to get it evenly across the nail and a good spread out of those flakies. So here's a quick look at that second coat. Again, if you like to go in thick, you may be able to get this one opaque in 2. I really prefer the depth and the shimmer and added flakies that you get with 3. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and just show you how it built up with that third and final coat. So here's a quick look at that. It does for sure bring this polish completely opaque. You get lots of depth, lots of shimmer, and I think that this one is going to look pretty awesome with a matte top coat. So this is my final swatch photo at an angle with a glossy top coat underneath that artificial lighting, and that does wrap up my swatch and review of the seasonal indie box for winter 2018. These are releasing starting on January 7th. I will link all of their social medias and storefronts, and I do have more photos of any of the polishes shown here today on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can also visit me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.